All right, so here's how to create a Turnitin assignment in Schoology. First, you're going to go to your course page. You're going to click on Add Materials. Then you're going to select Add File Link External Tool. In this box, click on External Tool. And in the next box in this drop-down, you're going to select the Turnitin option, the second one. We will delete this first one because that's not the correct one. You want to make sure you choose this one with the capital I's in it. But again, we will get rid of that so you don't have to worry about that. Put in the title for the assignment. It's just whatever you would have called it. So I'm just going to call this test. Then you're going to leave everything else at default. You're going to leave the URL, the consumer key, the shared secret, and the custom parameters at default. If you want to grade this assignment, just like you normally would of any assignment in Schoology, make sure to check that. Then add your points in, select your due date, category, I'm going to do classwork, leave scale and period at default, and of course you can set any of this as well. Hit submit, and that is the first step. The second step, you want to go down to the assignment that you just created, wherever that is, and you're going to click on it to open it. Now what we're going to do is set the actual settings for the Turnitin side of the assignment. So this is what it would look like if you had to go to turnitin.com and set the assignment settings there. All you have to do is do it here now. So the title defaults. The instructions box is where you're going to provide the details for what the students are supposed to do. If you want to drop in the link for the tutorial video to show them how to use this tool from their side, I'll put that link on the page that you can just copy and paste into there, but they'll get the hang of it really quick. It's super easy. The peer mark option down here, you can enable peer mark where it will take their uploaded paper for this assignment, and before it's graded as a final paper, you can have it automatically send their paper to a peer in their class, and they can review it and send the feedback back. It's a really nice feature, but I'm not going to cover it in this video. I'll add that to the PD page later. Just going to show you the basics. I wish the grade defaulted from the previous page, but it doesn't do that. So you just have to retype that in, not a biggie. The start, due, and feedback dates are very important. The start date is when you want them to be able to start uploading their work to you. So they won't have the option to upload any papers or anything like that until the start date passes. The due date is when the assignment is actually due, just your typical due date. And the feedback release date is important. They will not be able to see their similarity report or their grade or feedback from you until this date passes. And what's important is this date has to be on or after the due date. So that's important to know. But before that, they can't see any of that feedback. So just know that that's there. The optional settings, these are additional settings that you can really dive into to make it very specific to your needs. And you can select at the bottom here to save these settings for future use. That way you don't have to do this every time. It's going to save you some time. At the top, I would leave all of this at default. If you want them to be able to submit their papers late to you, which I would recommend, make sure that's selected, and it does timestamp it, so if they turn it in past the due date here, it will timestamp it and you'll know if it's late. Definitely turn this on, the ETS E-Rater. It's an awesome tool that's built in. When they upload their paper, the system automatically checks it for errors in spelling, grammar, usage, mechanics, and style. It will show up on your side as a teacher and on the student side. And if they click on a note on their student work, it will show them why that's incorrect and explain it to them, so that way on the next go around they may not make that same mistake. So it's a great tool. Make sure you enable that. There is a rubric feature built in. It's very similar to Schoology rubrics. I'll share more information about that on the PD page if you're interested in that. It's a great tool as well. Definitely leave all of this at default. If you want the students to be able to view their similarity reports, make sure that this is selected. If you don't want them to be able to view their reports at all, but you can see it, you can unselect that. And of course, you can change any of this as well. You can also exclude this information from the teacher side when you have the grading and similarity report feature opened once a student uploads their work. Definitely check this box if you don't want to have to set those each time, and hit submit. Once you see the settings were saved successfully box, you are good to go. Your assignment is ready to rock and roll, and the students are ready to start turning that work into you. And that's it. That's all you have to do. In the next video, I'm going to show you what it looks like from the student side when they go to upload a paper and share some important information from the student side, so that way as a teacher you're aware. And in the third video, I'm going to show you how to use the grading features from the teacher side and how to view the similarity report.